The Senate's move to investigate and identify those spreading false social media reports claiming that Senate President Godswill Akpabio died at a London hospital. Senator Titus Zam, representing Benue Northwest, raised the matter during Tuesday's plenary session, describing the reports as dangerous and damaging to Nigeria's leadership. Zam warned that the spread of false death reports was becoming a disturbing pattern, noting that similar claims were recently made about former head of state, General Yakubu Gowon. Let's take a look.
I wish to draw the attention of the Senate to a recent social media reportage that alluded to the fact that Mr. Senate President is dead. What is it? In London. That you are dead in a London hospital. Who? You. That the Senate President, the number 3 citizen of Nigeria.
I say, Senator Zam, sorry, are you part of the proceedings today?
No.
Because I thought I heard you say you are dead. If you are dead, how come you are here?
That is the more reason why I have to bring this matter to the front. Such reports about you, your person, and your office need to be investigated. Because it's not only you that was reported in this negative manner. The former head of state, General Yakubu Gowon, was equally reported a few days ago to have died. This is not a good report about the leaders of our country.
I think all we can do is to, is it the view of the Senate that this matter be referred to the National Security Advisor, the DSS, to investigate? Those in support say aye, those against say nay. The ayes have it. I think that's all we can do.
All right. The ayes have it. Well, Akpabio subsequently directed the Office of the National Security Advisor and the Department of State Services to identify the originators and promoters of the false reports and take appropriate action against them. The development highlights growing concerns about the spread of fake news and disinformation, especially in the age of AI. And, you know, Rufai, right at the same time when this news when plenary was going on, there was another report. People kept on spreading this false report about Akpabio's death. And I'll take a tweet. This person wrote on X, I think it's a blog post, says, Senate President Akpabio flown to London for treatment after reported collapse. Senate President Godswill Akpabio is currently receiving medical attention at a London hospital after reportedly collapsing earlier this month, causing him to miss a crucial budget session, according to high-ranking National Assembly sources speaking with our reporters. But you see, this is the misinformation, and it's quite damaging, like I said, especially this age of AI. The same time Godswill Akpabio was delivering those remarks, this news was continuing to spread. Rufai.
Okay. We say no to fake news.
We
say no to fake news.
Yes.
But as long as you're in the public eye, the chance that it will not happen is not true. It will happen. The best we can do is to debunk it. And I don't think it's a matter of going to National Security Advisor. I think there are many things I can tell Senate President Akpabio to take to National Security Advisor. The church members kidnapping Kogi, that one is there. Reverend Archie's wife that is still in detention of the kidnappers, you know. The other people that need to be released and other cases of insecurity happening. Ovia, I hear something happen around Ovia. These are things you take to Nigeria. Serious issues, not this one. Right. I mean, was it not here we were when the government officials was peddling rumor about me that I was suspended when I went on leave? So as long as you are in the public eye, you will have it. And while we were talking on air, I was talking about the fact that you know how many times they spread the rumor that nnamdi had died.
Plenty
in
times.
fact, Mr. Akpabio, you know there's something we say in superstitious time. We say it's because you will live long. That's why I spreading rumor about death, about you are going to live long. That's just it. So once you debunk it, you keep it moving. That's just the best you can do. But it's not only about social media. There have been fake news even before the days of social media.
All right, I'll take
So what we should
this
just do is that
well.
Ensure that we get clarity on issues. That is simple.
I'll take another tweet. EJ wrote on X, Nigeria is currently experiencing a period of heightened tension. There is a noticeable increase in public discontent, the dissemination of inaccurate information for the purpose of engagement, and an apparent desire among some to witness the suffering of others. It would be beneficial for all of us to seize the spread of false information and refrain from eagerly anticipating the arrest of others who are capable of achieving both of these objectives. And really, this is the point. I think that this tweet really highlights what we're trying to say here on this table. Now to another development. Let's now highlight the explosive controversy unfolding in Nigeria's oil and gas sector as the Chief Executive Officer of the Nigerian Midstream and Downstream Petroleum Regulatory Authority, Farouk Ahmed, has reportedly issued a fresh statement distancing himself from an earlier response attributed to him following corruption allegations by Africa's richest man, Aliko Dangote, who petitioned the Independent Corrupt Practices Commission demanding his prosecution. Dangote, in a petition dated December 16th, accused Farouk Ahmed of corruption and financial impropriety, alleging he spent more than $7 million on his 4 children's education in Swiss schools over a 6-year period without evidence of lawful income to justify such expenses. The billionaire entrepreneur further alleged that Ahmed used his position at the nnamdi to embezzle and divert public funds for personal benefit, claiming Ahmed's entire adult life in Nigeria's public sector could not have generated the $7 million needed for such expenditure. Well, however, in a brief statement issued on Tuesday, Farouk Ahmed denied authorship of a detailed rebuttal that had been circulating in which he was said to have defended himself against the allegations by citing scholarships, family trust funds, and legitimate savings. Ahmed stated categorically that the so-called statement did not emanate from him, describing the allegations as wild and spurious. Ahmed also stated that as a regulator of a sensitive industry, he has opted not to engage in public brickbat, adding that the matter has now been taken to a formal investigative institution which would provide an opportunity to dispassionately distill the issues and clear his name. Ayo, I know that you did see this statement that went viral yesterday on social media from Farouk Ahmed detailing it, and it was quite believable. And I mean, whoever authored that statement did, I think, an amazing job in even trying to. Are you sure? Well, some people said, "Are you sure that it wasn't from his team?"
That's what I was thinking.
Well, ICPC has also reacted. Its spokesman, John Ode, on Tuesday confirmed the commission received Dangote's petition and will investigate the allegation. This means Farouk Ahmed will have the opportunity to present his defense before the anti-graft agency rather than through media statements. The controversy continues to generate significant public interest as Nigerians await the outcome of the official investigation. ICPC has responded. This is serious. The saga begins.
Yes.
That's how I say it. I don't even say it has started, really.
Yes.
And, there were so many reactions. Should I take one reaction before I come to you?
Okay.
This is from columnist 18. He wrote a statement, and I'll read it in part. He wrote, Dangote's public spat with nnamdi is not new. But this time, the industrialist has stepped a notch higher, accusing its chief executive of monumental corruption. He is not only fighting the oil mafia, but he's up against the president's family, Wale Tinubu. President Tinubu's cousin is one of Nigeria's major fuel importers. His company, Owando PLC, posted a 44% increase in revenue to 4.1 trillion and 220 billion profit after tax in 2024. Owando is not the only fuel importer. Others are NIPCO, Bovas Oil, Eternal Oil, AA Rano, NNPC, and a host of others. This is a bullish mood. How do I say? This is such a strong move by Alhaji Aliko Dangote.
I think only a few men can do what he just did. That is put a lot on the line to expose what he has alleged to be a massive anti-corruption move by someone who is in the public as such. It is still allegations. I have to put it here until there's evidence, there's an investigation instituted, and Alhaji Aliko Dangote, as the one who alleges, has to prove. Then we can conclude. So we cannot, act as judge just to put it out there so that people don't say that we have concluded on the matter. Engineer Farouk Ahmed is entitled to represent himself, to defend himself. He's innocent until proven guilty. However, these are strong allegations, OG. And, I said it earlier when we had a guest earlier saying that we all know the context and the background behind this story because we have talked about it on this table a number of times. I just want to say as a general statement that running a business in Nigeria can turn a man into what you would never imagine that you would see. Recall that we had even talked about how Alhaji Dangote had to come and market his product by himself. You look at that press conference he had the other day because he had talked about the cabal he has had to face in the oil industry in Nigeria, saying that they were even worse than the drug mafia. These are statements that were credited to him. If a man who has invested a huge chunk of his wealth and committed to building a refinery which he has repeatedly said is in the interest, of course, his business interest, but also would benefit Nigeria as a whole, and the number of people who are fighting that from from happening, then he would come out with guns ablazing, since that's the word in the news today. And this is what he has done. The most important thing that people are saying is that whether or not you can call it witch hunt or it's blackmail, it is that if it is true, then Nigerians do deserve to know what the truth is. And I'm glad that the ICPC has risen to the occasion, but we don't want it to end with a statement saying that we're going to investigate. Kelvin cited a few cases that are still left unanswered. There's still the issue with the NNPC, the board, remitted funds. So nothing has been done in that regard. But I believe that when we have cases like this, it demonstrates to Nigeria the extent of the rot and corruption that is happening in some government agencies, if proven to be true. And so what we are hoping for, like you said, is just the beginning. A lot will still come out, but I'm hoping that at the end of this all, OG, there will be some form of sanity in the oil and gas industry. Maybe we needed a crusader, like Alhaji Aliko Dangote to come into the field, to play in the field, and finally unravel those who are really sabotaging the interests of Nigerians. Absolutely. So let the saga begin, and I hope that the truth will emerge. Let this not be swept under the carpet, and if anyone is found guilty, let them face the full wrath of the law.
They must. Heads must roll. I can't believe what's happening, and I'm actually quite excited to see, those who have been behind, sabotaging the oil and gas sector. Now to Osun State, with new reports emerging that the Department of State Services invited an Islamic cleric in the state, identified as Sheikh Dad Imran Molasan, for questioning following a pro-Palestine protest held in the state. Sheikh Molasan, who leads the Islamic group Tawumi Muslimin and serves as the Grand Mufti of Yoruba land, was reportedly taken into custody after a video surfaced online showing him and his followers calling for the liberation of Palestine from Israeli occupation. The footage, which featured members of the group waving Palestinian flags during a match in Iwo, quickly went viral and triggered widespread debate on social media. Let's take a look.
القرآن وسنة شعارنا الإسلام تمكين ثم الخلافة الإسلامية أهدافنا تحرير الأرض.
This is unbelievable, Dr. Abati. When I saw this video, well, according to the DSS, Molasan was invited to the DSS and left the same day after administrative processes. But still, this video is concerning, especially as conversations around religious extremism in Nigeria have gained traction in recent weeks. I mean, what really is going on here, Dr. Abati? I mean, waving other people's flag. I mean, we had that issue when there was that riot, I believe, in the north where people were raising the Russian flags, and I believe that the security agencies said something about it being against our sovereignty and all of that. What do you think is going to happen to this man? And is this, I mean, legal?
The Department of State Security has the responsibility to investigate, and it's simply to be assured that this is not going to lead to any crisis.
Okay.
After all, in the United States, persons who are also pro-Palestine and anti-Semitic,
yes,
they've gone after them, including universities and all of that. But I don't think in Nigeria there is an ideological reaction from the state. It's simply about making sure that this doesn't get escalated. The people who say they are against Israel, and the war in Gaza, what they are saying simply even aligns with Nigeria's foreign policy. Nigeria's foreign policy does not support Israel, attacking, Palestine or the crisis, the escalation of the crisis in Gaza.
The story had been trending. Also, what I wanted to say was that in the video, like you saw, the people were almost like pledging allegiance to, and they were children, and also they had the aid of Hitler.
I covered that by saying that the state has a responsibility to investigate the nature, the extent, the scope, and whether there is any external, influence.
Exactly.
Yeah. However, the ones you raised earlier, which is that, look, we have this forced death syndrome in Nigeria, where people
with Akpabio'S story,
where people will just declare some people dead.
Yes,
they've done it to Willie Akpabio. Yes. They've done it to Willie Obiano. They have done it to Azikiwe, Dr. Azikiwe. They've done it to General Gowon. Some people will just wake up in the morning and say somebody is dead. Now, when they did it to K.O. Mbadiwe, I think in the 80s or so, all the people who were involved in organizing burial committees, they had started meeting, they were already planning his burial. All the people involved died before him. So you have this. So that's why you will see that when the Senate now says, okay, the NSA should investigate this, the security agencies should investigate, the bottom of it is about using the media to misinform the people. And it's a major threat. You can wake up one morning, they say, something has happened to you, whereas it is not true.
Yeah, that's what the
And it is important, in my view, that Senator Akpabio did not talk about regulation. Yeah. He just said, let the security agencies manage it. So he didn't talk about regulation. But the use of media in a responsible manner is a subject that we have to continue to discuss. I spoke about authority, the conflict between the industry and the regulator. And then also, I made a point that there will be other power centers that are involved in this. Don't be surprised if nothing comes out of the investigation. Because I do not imagine that Farouk Ahmed will fold his hands and will watch it. Maybe by now he's even sending people to Dangote to try and see how they will resolve this matter. And all those vested interests are likely to come in. But it is important that we, the Nigerian people, we know the truth. And ICPC saying we will investigate, I have also expressed doubt that nothing may come out of that investigation.
All right.
These are the important issues.
All right. We'll take another story now. The Minister of Works, Dave Umahi, has sparked a debate online after declaring that Igbo people are no longer marginalized in Nigeria, insisting there is no justification for continuing agitation for a separate Biafran state. The former Ebonyi State governor made the assertion while inspecting federal projects in the southeast, crediting President Bola Ahmed Tinubu's administration with unprecedented integration of the region into Nigeria's national development. Umahi argued that sentiments of marginalization that once fueled separatist movement have eased significantly due to massive infrastructure investments across the southeast region. Let's take a look.
In the past administration, our people felt very much marginalized more than they were ever marginalized. That was the reason that people were agitating for Biafra. But I can say today that we are well integrated into the mainstream of the nation Nigeria. And so we are very grateful to President Bola Ahmed Tinubu. there will be no need for Biafra again. We are comfortable with President Bola Ahmed Tinubu. It is not all about appointments. And even if you come to appointments, this Minister of Works, this minister that the president is using to do works in all the political zones, the Southeast is benefiting very well. We cannot be the first, and yet we are not the last. But in the past, we are not just the last. We were forgotten, we were not remembered. But the president has done that. So, my brothers and sisters, we cannot retake our rightful position by sentiments and phenomenal statements. It is by realities and being strategic. And supporting President Bola Ahmed Tinubu is being strategic.
All right, this is an interesting development in Nigeria's political discourse. For years, infrastructure deficit has been a legitimate grievance in the Southeast. The marginalization debate remains open, but Umahi's focus on tangible development is worth noting. The second Niger Bridge, the Enugu-Port Harcourt Road, and other projects he mentioned represent real investments that improve lives and connectivity. These efforts deserve expansion and sustained commitment. Of course, reactions have trailed, and I'll take one. This person wrote, infrastructure doesn't erase decades of exclusion. Roads aren't representation, and a minister does not get to declare people's grievances over because contracts were awarded. This is politics, not healing. Another ex-user wrote, finally, a leader who sees that development is the best way to handle agitation. If the Southeast is getting its fair share of infrastructure and key appointments like the Works Ministry, then the focus should shift to building a stronger Nigeria together. Good roads and the SEDC are steps in the right direction. Huge debate, Rufy on fire.
Anyway, Omar is a politician. You know the thing about politicians, they will say anything. As long as they are empowered, they are tilted towards a particular position. He will say anything. What do you expect Umahi to say about President Tinubu? He's Minister of Works. He's the one commissioning projects. He will say that Igbos are not marginalized. In fact, at this rate, I even say that, I'm not saying he said it, please don't get me wrong. At this rate, I even said that no hurt was done during the Civil War. But please, if you believe Igbos are not marginalized, then you will believe that osmosis is the name of a Turkish footballer. Igbos are highly marginalized. Very, very marginalized. In many areas. In areas of government contracts. In areas of presidency. That's why we advocated during the last presidency. So since the return to democracy, so is it not right for an Igbo man to be president? Yoruba has been president. Abinobiso. Hausa Fulani, Fulani has been president. Abinobiso. Where is an Igbo man there? Ijo has been president. Where is an Igbo man there? And you're saying they are not grossly marginalized? Even the infrastructure that he's talking about, we saw railway in other parts of the country. How many rail? During this Christmas period, if infrastructure has been greatly done in Southeast, people should be using rail to travel everywhere now. How much is it? See the way we're celebrating Second Niger Bridge. As it was a big project.
Yes.
And for what it's worth, how many roads are they doing in the Southeast that they are shouting, what's it called? Is it the Southeast that everywhere you go, checkpoint? Is it that easy on the people? So it's not, you should not even say that. You see, and that's why the other day, when Eyin Baribe was saying that some people don't even have the nerve to come and say some people that come and support Tinubu.
Okay.
He made a strong point there. See, so he should not even say that. But what do you expect him to say? He's in Tinubu's government. He's enjoying the government.
All right. Okay, Dr. Mati, I know that you need to speak on this topic. So Umahi is saying here that no need for Biafra agitation.
No, with due respect, I disagree on this point with the Minister of Works. Now, I don't think there will be many Igbo people who will agree with him on the point of marginalization, not about Biafra, because we always say, in theory, that the Civil War has not ended. And there are a lot of Igbo people, majority of them, who think that Igbos have not been given their due in Nigeria since the no victor, no vanquish mantra of 1967. This Lagos, there are landlords that will not give an Igbo man a shop to rent, not to talk of a flat. because they will say Igbos, when they come to the environment, they will spread like cancer. So there are many Igbos who will not agree with Dr. Umahi, Senator Umahi, who will say that he's speaking like that because
Professor Umahi.
Yes, he is pro-Tinubu, or that he's in government. Number two is that beyond Igbo land, one of the problems we have in this Nigeria is that all of us feel marginalized. Yoruba people, are you not aware that Yoruba people also say they've been marginalized? That's why.
I heard that from you.
Yes,
this morning.
What was the struggle?
Yes.
Sunday Igboho, all about. Professor Banji Akintoye. In fact, at a time in Ibadan, they were hosting Yoruba Odua nation flags.
Yes, I remember taking this.
Now, why do you think that Northerners are fighting President Tinubu? They are saying that under President Tinubu's administration, they are also being marginalized. Okay, minorities since 1958, Willings Commission. They've been saying minority groups, either in the Middle Belt or in the South, are also marginalized. So Nigerians have this sense of marginalization because of the issues raised by Professor Wole Soyinka in a lecture titled, When is a Nation? And his argument is that you don't have a nation because you have a flag, because you have national anthem. You have a nation when the people have a sense of belonging, when they have a sense of justice, when they think that that country works for everybody.
All right.
How many Nigerians think that this country works for them? Those are the fundamental questions at the heart of the national question that we have to address, so that the person from Umukwata, we have portable water to drink in our village.
Lights.
We have water, we don't have lights.
And it's not only when you come to Lagos that you enjoy the luxuries of life.
Right.
And so that a man from Igbo land will feel that this country belongs to all of us.
What luxury have you enjoyed in Lagos?
President Tinubu has a major task to bring this country together and to promote the cause of unity.
All right. Honorable David Umahi, the debate continues. Let's take this good news from Edo State, where residents in the state's Ute region are commending Governor Monday Akpabio'S for fixing a major erosion gully that left the area inaccessible. In a video making the rounds on social media, a woman who appealed to the government to come to their aid 3 years ago is seen hailing the governor for the intervention. Let's take a look.
Years ago.
Now, we're not this show.
Eh?
Now, yeah, big hole. We're not in here, though.
We'll go that place now. Now, see you, they watch now for the other side of the screen.
Through you, when they video me every time, people they tell me from abroad that they call. Say that they show me and say, now this road, now God, now they bring you, because this my neighbor, don't come on.
Okay, sit down my house now.
I put her for
what put her for help?
Now be this one. Every day, not they finish for you again, I don't come back. This one don't come back. Oh, Pablo, thank you. I don't carry once again. Up, you go.
That was a beautiful video. I mean, look at that erosion gully. And he
These are the kind of stories
we want to hear from
Edo
Edo State, please. Good one, Edo State Governor. The Ute region has been dealing with severe erosion and environmental challenges that have destroyed homes and roads, displacing many residents. Officials in Governor Akpabio'S administration say projects like this will improve connectivity, ease traffic congestion, and open new communities across the state for development. Kudos, Governor Monday Akpabio'S. More on good news in Lagos. A new report by Time Africa has detailed why Lagos State Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu received the Time Africa Special Recognition Award for Public Service on November 22nd, 2025. According to the report, the honor was in recognition for Sanwo-Olu's ability to navigate the complexities of governing Africa's largest megacity with integrity and a visionary approach. The publication stated that under his administration, Lagos has solidified its position at the forefront of African development through strategic investments in infrastructure, digital engagement, and social welfare initiatives. The governor's focus on creating a safe, prosperous, and resilient environment for all citizens while prioritizing transparency and continuous improvement in the lives of Lagosians. Continues to face significant urban challenges from traffic congestion to housing demands. The award acknowledges efforts to address these issues through infrastructure development and digital innovation. Ayo, international recognition of this nature does place Lagos in the spotlight as a model for African mega city governance. I mean, your state, you know that I always ginger when it comes to
excellence.
City
of aquatic splendor.
We will just keep you permanently in Lagos.
I'm here now. Which one is we will? This is my home.
You're a resident of Lagos, resident of Lagos, resident. Let me just say very quickly that I don't think a lot of people will argue with this this recognition, being that even he himself is popularly referred to by civil servants in Lagos as Mr. Infrastructure. And I believe that that's one of the legacies that he wants to leave behind as he begins to get to the twilight of his administration, having served 2 terms. And so congratulations to the governor of Lagos State. And I have to say this, the reward for hard work is more work. So can we fix the other areas as well? You know, we talk about the roads. We can do a lot more. Thankfully, you know, we're going to do the Lekki-Ekpe corridor. But because of the dirty December traffic, they postponed that. I believe that if we can fix that road and a few other hot spots across the mainland and the island, then he will leave on a very high note. So congratulations, Mr. Governor. We're looking forward to more work so that Lagos can truly be the mega city that it's supposed to be.
Yes, Lagos is the mega
city. Is to let him go to the Senate of the Federal Republic after completing 2 terms. He will go and represent our state and our city at the national level. That is the promotion.
Is that the agenda?
No, can I just
I'm saying he did tell you. That's the more hard work.
So you are the one pushing it.
With regards to traffic, this December, there was a task given to the Lagos State government to ensure that they deploy more last mile officials. I have to say that a number of them, we've seen more last mile officials on the road. It hasn't completely quelled the traffic, but it has helped significantly.
Fantastic.
I mentioned that. So well done.
You see,
we say now.
Let him go higher.
We are the ones that even...
So guys, let me quickly take you through some of the headlines and reactions on the social media. The NSA office clears Kwara government, says arrested persons are vigilantes known to the federal government. Hey, Ribadu has a lot to explain to Nigerians. So, what process did the Rubadu's government or NSA office used in involving Fulani militias into the security architecture? Fulanis are now the ones protecting Nigerians. Can you imagine? They were caught with AK-47. God, what is happening? Vigilante with AK-47, APC is a terrorist organization until Nigerians decide to take action against this terrorist organization. Call Nigerian government nothing good will come to Nigeria. This person is a vigilante with AK-47, right? Very soon Nigerians will turn back. And this person say we are finished. Millions of people kept watching few people buying Nigerians. God, this is unbelievable. Now, this other headline here says, bandits killed my husband after DSS collected guns from our vigilantes. Kwara woman mourns as terrorists sack Ode community. So, no Ribadu is giving these people AK-47 to sack communities. Is that what this implies? Now, here it says, Tinubu's NSA Ribadu, government Abdul Razak, accused of deploying migrant Fulani headers with AK-47s to Kwara South to tackle insecurity. Residents kick. Can you imagine? This is happening under your watch, Nigerians. The terrorists are state-sponsored. Your message is very clear. These terrorists are state-sponsored. Your message is very clear. The mighty NSA left Abuja, came all the way to Kwara to hire vigilantes, armed them, issued badges, bought them cows, gave them money with instructions to protect Kwara, with Kwara government completely ignorant. I give you agents, double Momo, licensed to jihad. I give you agents, double Momo. Oh my God, this is really so pathetic. I mean, unbelievable. What is happening in Nigeria? Why are we romancing evil? Why is Nigeria romancing? Why are we so attracted to blood? Why are we buying others? Ribadu allowed militias, Fulani terrorists to be the ones protecting the people of Kwara South. Not Kwara North, Kwara South, where the Christians are. Nigerians, this country is gone. Dear Portus and read Donald Trump, Nigeria is on the brink of a total catastrophe, and I'm begging you, unleash America's full power and influence immediately to tear this country apart between North and South before it's too late. Whatever it takes, please do it now. Tinubu's all-Muslim government is ruthlessly forcing Islam on everyone, and the door is and the horror is unfolding in real times, with blood on the streets and families torn apart every hour. This is no exaggeration. The Fulani National Security Advisor is handing AK-47s to the brutal Mieti Allah killers, empowering them to slaughter Christians in cold blood. It's outrage. It's outright state-backed genocide. Innocent people are screaming for help as their homes burn, children are orphaned, and entire community vanish in wave of terror. We can't stand by. Act now in the name of God, or the guilt of inaction will haunt us forever. Please, for the love of humanity, intervene before the nightmare consumes everyone. This Nuhu Ribadu can be very crafty, honestly. If you watch his photo ops when Rumour was in Nigeria and was smiling, you think everything was fine. This is somebody who is planning to become Nigeria's president. Abi? They have sold Nigeria. Anybody that wins election decides who comes in, whether you are competent or not. So Nigeria is totally going to fall for Islamization if Nuhu Ribadu becomes president in any form, in any way they try to do it. Now this one say, I have a feeling that these Fulani political elites are not just bold based on their perceived strength, but rather based on their perceived stupidity of others. How can you come up with this bull crap of a story and expect it to fly when you are dealing with nitwits? These people are really taking Nigerians for fool and boldly committing crimes from the highest. It's really so shocking. They are vigilantes known to federal government, but they aren't. But why are not they known to the state and the state security? Can you imagine? They are vigilantes known to Tinubu government. Why are they not known to the state and the state security? Don't give power to any Fulani man. We all know what they are doing. The likes of Metawale, Nuhu Ribadu, Ndume, etc. should be investigated. Terrorism is sponsored by the APC government. Nigerians, this is outrageous. This person said, Ndi Igbo, if you have ears now, here, it's official. Igbo politicians and eminent personalities is in it, not clear now. Federal government sponsored Fulani vigilantes without the knowledge of the state they operate in. How many of them are in Igbo land? I mean, it makes sense. If the Ribadu can hire these guys, send them to states without the government knowing, then something is really fishy. Ribadu must be fired immediately, and his office investigated for sponsoring terrorism. What other evidence are Nigerians waiting for? This is utter nonsense. Hey, this country is gone. You are a fool. Vigilantes of Muslim extract. Not just that, Mieti Allah is still part of the plan to Islamize Nigeria and commit genocide against Christians. You have been exposed. Rumour, Donald Trump, these are the state actors funding Christian genocides in Nigeria. It makes sense. We are beginning to believe that. You are telling us something we know already. Tell us something else. Federal government knows what is happening. And this person say damage control. So the NSA left Abuja, set up an office and vigilance group in Kwara State without the knowledge of the state government. You can only fool gullibles. This is unbelievable. In a state that has a chief security officer, commissioner of police, local government chairman, traditional rulers, the vigilantes are not known to them, but known to federal government. We joke too much in this part of the world. Can you imagine? Can you imagine which vigilante? This is another setup of. This is another setup by a Fulani man to arm his people. How can you arm Allah, a dangerous and deadly cult that has been killing Christians are now officially in charge of our forests? This is dangerous. No Ribadu should be fired. This begs the question: how many vigilantes are operating in states under the approval of the federal government without the knowledge of the security agencies and the state? What a disgrace. It is clear now who is funding insecurity. So guys, I don't know what you make of this. It's heart-touching and heart-breaking. What are Fulani vigilantes doing in Yoruba bushes? In Edo, they are hunters. In Kwara, they are vigilantes. The NSA now works directly with hunters and vigilantes. Network of Fulani terrorists existing in Nigeria is unimaginable. And this person said, follow Kwara State doesn't it sound dumb and stupid to you? God forbid. See what APC turned Nigeria to. Imagine they came without the knowledge of the government to Kwara State. Ribu Baby is a forest sympathizer. And then Rumour, look at this. It's obvious the government is part of it. And this person says, armed Fulani terrorists, jail Christian defending themselves. Nuhu Ribadu must resign. A Fulani should not hold any high-ranking position in Nigeria anymore. I think it makes sense. These people are just out to Islamize the country. Tinubu government says abducted Catholic church children are doing fine in forest then. So this man even knows what is happening in the country. You know, what's the difference between this guy and the Captain Gumi? Like they are always mansplaining terrorist motive. So sad. So sad. Hey. Rumour, just look at the people in Abuja you are negotiating with. A group of government that and terrorist enablers whose hand are soiled with the blood of Christians and other defenseless citizens of Nigeria. So guys, let me know your thoughts on this in the comment section below. Please don't forget to subscribe, turn on the bell notification. Thank you.